Okay. Thank you so much for speaking with me. What I really want to know, what's really interesting with this season, is that Drew is finding his own way. And in a way, he stated he wants to be his own person. Even though he is working with Carter, you could argue under duress. Is he appreciative of the fact that he's finally being seen?
Yes, yes, he is. Yes, he is. And he's going to use that as fuel to make the best decision he can for his family.
Okay. There was a conversation that Drew had with Kane at the MMA boxing area place that was fascinating. What I loved was it seemed to be a sense of, yes, you can argue jealousy, but love that is still there. Can you talk about the emotions that Drew was feeling in that moment?
Yeah, I think seeing his brother again for the first time in a while, and having to, see him face to face on an equal playing field, is definitely a challenge. And also wanting to, beat his brother and everything and be number one to prove to himself and to Poppy why he was selected to be the, figurehead of the family and take over. He still needs that approval from Kane in that way, but also he's not going to try and show it as much as he can.
I wanted to talk about Poppy really quickly. Poppy is dead, but does he still feel that there's his shadow over him in terms of everything that he does and with trying to become his own person?
Absolutely. It's always there. It's always there because, losing your father at such a young age, that's going to leave a stain that is going to be hard to heal and hard to, cover up. So that's always going to be there. It's always going to be a part of a big motivator for Drew.
Right. So another thing is he was very big into art. We remember he was at the exhibit and he was given that opportunity to show his work. But instead, you can't say he chose, but was forced to choose the business instead. He did say to Monet that maybe it was just him wanting to get away from the family. Does he genuinely mean that? Does he miss being an artist?
Yes, absolutely. And I think Drew's thinking long term in that he'll be able to get to that one day, but he has to take care of these things first and make sure that his family is good, make sure everyone is like set up in a way that, is impenetrable. I think in his way, he's trying to protect his family first before he thinks about himself. Because for a long time he has been thinking about himself and his, his love life and those things, and that's kind of got in the way and distracted him from what is the most important thing.
He is now the replacement for Zion. Does he view himself as the replacement, or does he view himself as someone who is on an equal level with Carter?
I think the replacement,
Mhm.
but he's going to use this to his advantage, and bide his time in the way, because I think Drew's very smart and he's always playing a long game. He's always
Okay.
setting things up to play the long game and to make sure that his defenses are impenetrable. He can't do that right now in this moment, so he has to work with what he has.
Does he feel that Monet deserves that chance at freedom and a second chance, despite everything that she put everyone through?
I think so. I think, Drew believes in second chances and forgiveness. I think it'll take some time and it'll take some changed behavior. Because words are words, right? And you say one thing and then you go back, and people lie all the time, but change behavior after a long period and consistent amount of time might, and change behavior under duress, right? And under pressure. That will show you like what things are being sown within you. So I think Drew needs to see more of that before he can make any lasting decisions when it comes to Monet.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for speaking to me. Can't
Thank
wait
you,
to
Dana.
see what happens later in the finale. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.